That's what I'm talking about. We back in this thing. Oh man, I'm knocking the rust off. I'm back. It's been a minute. I put a show out last night. Start the day off earlier than I normally do, but welcome to Cushion Equilibrium. I am your always smoking host. Oops, great. Pusha T. Yeah, no, I'm a fan for aggression. When cats move in a grown man fashion, warms my heart. So we're going to talk about this Pusha T thing. We're going to look at this Pusha T thing because I think this is going to be the exacting standard of hip-hop. I'm telling you. Kendrick done changed up some things. Kendrick, look, we are in real time seeing the consequences of Kendrick being king. When Drake was king, Pusha T, in my eyes, Pusha T still mattered, but it was easier to deal with a Pusha T or not acknowledge a Pusha T with Drake. Because Drake, when you the man, you set the standard. So everybody kind of gravitated towards the style of music that Drake was handing us. Now everybody's going to gravitate to the style more or less of what Kendrick, you know what I'm saying, sets the standard to be. Which is perfect for Pusha T in the clips. Oh, man. So we going to check out a couple of videos real quick, right? Well, I want to, it's always good to hear out the horse's mouth. So we're going to play an excerpt, a little small piece of this interview that I seen. And it's probably the one part that bothers me more than anything. Yeah. So where my ears at? Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Light you up something to get comfortable. That's what we do around here. We smoke and we talk about this little hip hop. So let me get this screen shared real quick. Share the screen. Oops. Share the screen. Oops. There it is. I think this is from Popcast. That's what it's called, Popcast. I got it lined up right to what I want y'all to hear. Because this is the part that says so much. But let me light up.
As I should. It's Travis. He's harmless. I'm not into his whole makeup. I took it there. Harmless. I don't take it as personal as I should. It's Travis. He's harmless.
I'm sure y'all have seen this interview. I'm not sure y'all nothing y'all ain't already seen. But people ain't focusing on the right thing as me. That's my job, though. I'll do it. Somebody, as a man, say, I'm not worried about you. You harmless. First of all, no man ever should be comfortable being described as harmless. We are men. Him. Men, by their very definition, cannot perfectly functioning adult males should never be able to be referred to as harmless. It would bug me out if somebody called me harmless. I'm not saying you gotta be rah-rah, you gotta be destructive, bull in the china shop type of cat, but every man is supposed to have a backbone, which means you have a breaking point to where it's like play up until this point. me personally, I think grown people play too much all the way around, men and women. But specifically, I ain't never seen grown men play with each other, pause, the way they play with each other. And I'm not talking about any sexual nature, let me be clear. I mean, how we engage with one another. It's too loose, it's too playful. And this is just an example of it. This is a grown man saying he's harmless. Like,
I'm not into what his whole makeup. I specifically,
come on now.
I don't take it as personal as I should. It's Travis. He's harmless. I'm not into what he.
You see, he gave us the Kendrick Lamar. I call it the Kendrick Lamar. Y'all remember the Super Bowl? Say Drake. That direct stare. He just gave it to us. Say Travis. Hey, you're not a threat. Like, it was kind of like it kind of had that little vibe or feel to it, right? Okay, I'm done with that. I wanted to focus on that one part. Y'all seen the interview. If you haven't, it's linked. It's gonna be linked in the description per the normal. My next clip though, I want to focus in on something that was said on Shannon Sharp's Nightcap, right? So let me share that with y'all. This is Shannon Sharp's Nightcap. He was having a conversation with the one and only Bun B, Houston's own Bun B. Let's tap in.
Released music since 2018, and he has people constantly wondering who may get this. And this time, it's Travis Scott, the latest target on his new clip single, So Be It. Pusha was upset that Travis previewed his album Utopia to Pharrell in Paris with clips in attendance, but didn't play Drake's verse on Meltdown, a song that Drake taunts Pharrell and Pusha. Bun, I don't know if you've been a part of any beefs. I think you have been a little part of a little something.
Yeah, a little something.
So, where are you on? Where are you on Pusha?
Pusha's a dangerous man. I had a conversation about Pusha many years ago with a very good friend and mentor of mine, Clark Kent. And Clark Kent was
DJ Clark Kent.
Clark Kent told me this was in the beginning of the Pusha and Drake beef. And I was like, this is going to be interesting. He said, yeah, but not like people think it's going to be interesting, because this dude operates in a space where he really don't have nothing to lose. And I didn't really understand.
That's a dangerous man.
I didn't really understand it at the time. And it took me.
Dangerous man. Let's break this down a little bit. I always try, if I could correlate it back to everyday life so me and you can understand it, I do that. It's kind of like, I actually gave Drake too much credit, because I thought what he went through would create desperation, and desperate people are not to be played with, because when you operate in a desperate way, you operate under the mental mindset of you don't have nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying? The crazy thing about Pusha T, he has everything. And no matter what he does, he's not in danger of losing any of it. Any of it. His status as an MC is certified. Can't nothing sully that. His money gonna be okay, because I think of the bulk of his money comes away from hip hop. All the goofy stuff that a lot of rappers now care about don't even seem to really be on the radar to somebody like Pusha T. He got a real stern, I mean what I say and say what I mean type of demeanor. Like when I say too many grown people playing with each other, grown men playing back and forth like it's sweet, he don't look like he subscribed to none of that. Like for those of y'all who like if you in your like late 30s, early 40s, if you think about how your granddad operated with his friends, you ain't see a lot of playing around. Pusha T just gives you that throwback feel, like I don't play and I don't forget. You know what I'm saying?
It took me a while to really grasp what he meant when he said it. Because I don't typically get in these things, right? But I understand how confrontation works, and you try to avoid at all costs a man with nothing to lose. As entertainers,
Correct.
We're mostly beholden to the public. Most of us make more money on touring, selling merchandise and those type of things. And in order to really capitalize off of that, you have to be with high standing and high favor with the public.
You got to be light.
A rich dude, that a man that makes his money outside of music doesn't have to worry about that in that way. Pusha T is not beholden to the public in the way that a lot of the rest of us are. He operates in a space where, regardless of whether his albums go platinum or double platinum like that, he's going to eat very well. Long as Pharrell eating, he gonna eat. So that's not a threat.
I didn't like this part though, the way he did that, and I don't think he really meant it that way. But it made it sound like Pusha being good revolves around somebody else. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Pharrell's coming and going, what he got going on in his life, I don't think it directly affects Pusha. I feel like they doing their own. They got their own bags. Put long story short, without making it overly complicated, bro. I don't think Pusha T starving if Pharrell don't pick up the phone. You know what I'm saying?
They don't do friends anyway. So rubbing people the wrong way is not a problem. They're prepared to not be in favor. That's a dangerous man.
That's the part. Hold on.
So rubbing people the wrong way is friends anyway. So that's not a threat. They don't do friends anyway. So rubbing people the wrong way is not a problem. They're prepared to not be in favor. That's a dangerous man.
Some of y'all know this all too well in your own everyday life. It's some people out there who approach the world. They're not looking for friends. They're not looking for people to like them. They're not even looking for social acceptance. They going about their business. Now, if you happen to rock with them, they're not about to be standoffish, but they're not about to kiss you, you know what, either. They're not about to go beyond whatever's needed to appease you. Hey, if I treat you decently and that's not enough for you to rock with me, let me go back to my solo thing and I'm good. It makes it easier to shoot straight. You know what I'm saying? So to be able to say the stuff that he's been saying, again, the stuff he said in the past about Drake, the stuff he's saying now about Travis, he can make his music and send the messages he wants to send without fear of repercussions of this person might cut me off, this opportunity might be over here. I won't have that. He don't have to worry. As a grown adult person, picture a life worry-free where you can do whatever you so choose to do, be it good, bad, or indifferent, and it's not going to affect you and your ability to survive. Tell me you're not signing up for that. Don't none of us know that reality. But Pusha do. He can say whatever he wants to about anybody and be all right. That's almost as powerful. That's almost as powerful as like Infinity Stones. That's almost as powerful as Infinity Stones. 'Cause when you know you can blink out of existence, you ain't worried about nothing around you. Look, I could end all of this. I could end it all if I want to. Why would you be worried if you had the ability to do that? And that's kind of how it seemed like Pusha carries himself almost, I would assume, in his daily life, at least when we see him in the public or when he does interviews or in his music, he seems real matter of fact.
That's a dangerous man. Now, I'm not saying that's a man that's going to automatically beat you, but that when you go up against somebody that ain't got nothing to lose in the situation, I'm not going to lose no money. I'm not going to lose no social standing. I'm going to keep being who I was. I'm not going to lose a meal. My family not going to lose the quality of life. You be very careful when you decide to go toe to toe with somebody like that. You be very careful because most of us do have things to lose. Most of us do need public favor in order to make money of it. Most of us do need relationships and friends and not to burn bridges with people in order to sustain certain qualities of life. I don't think that brother operate like that. And when somebody, and there's a freedom that comes in writing when you don't, let me tell you something. There's a difference when you make music because you have to, as opposed to because you want to. There's a difference. There's a freedom that comes with that. There's a confidence that comes with that. Because you're not thinking, ooh, what if so-and-so, what if these people are Pitchfork? What if Pitchfork don't put me on the list and all of this type of stuff? What if Apple don't put me on the playlist or I don't get on the Spotify playlist or all of these things? Some people don't, that's not contingent on them eating at night. For most of us, it's absolutely a part of it. It's an unavoidable part of it. But I don't think he operates in that space. So I think he is willing to just throw caution to the wind and be like, you know what, I don't really fuck with him anyway. And they not lose. They don't. Pusha's not. You don't see Push at award shows. You don't see him at clubs and parties. Nope. They don't mix like that. They mix with their own. And they pretty good on the streets as well. So it's.
Who does that kind of sound like? Don't really be out like that. Not really searching for the limelight. Kind of got their own little circle. And it's small. They're not looking to grow the circle. They're more likely to shrink the circle before they grow it. And they stick to that. Kind of sound like Kendrick to me, right? If you want to cheat code your way through hip hop for the next couple of years, start looking at people with this kind of same makeup. Stick to themselves. Look at hip hop as more of a art than a job or something to exploit. Took the long road to get to where they at. Didn't really take no shortcuts. Somebody that has an authentic regional sound to them that separates them from someone else. If we start looking at people who really fit that demographic, family-based, those are the people who are going to do quite well in this new or this readjusted hip-hop climate. Hell, I would almost put T Grizzly in that same little grouping. If it wasn't for like Grizzly Gang Gaming or whatever, because that's so public and he's always, I mean, I watch the stream all the time. He would fit it because you already, I mean, if you see him, he working. I think he shoots his own social media to keep his content under control and not manipulated or somebody else putting out a message that he don't want out there. So yeah, I mean, that just came across my mind real quick. Like, if you're looking for what hip hop about to look like, what it's gonna feel like, because it's gonna be clearly more than Pusha T and Kendrick, right? So I'm looking. It made me think about like the current hot people out right now. What's their demographic? How would you describe them as people? We're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about that. But let me get to this one.
It's whatever. That being said, Travis ain't about to back down. Travis ain't about to back down. He's from Houston.
So you think Travis coming back? Travis gonna come back with a verse?
I wouldn't be surprised if you hear something before the weekend's done. It's
Let me go back.
Ain't about to back down. He's from Houston. So it's whatever. That being said, Travis ain't about to back down.
Travis not about to back down. Bun B said it. I don't take Bun B as a capper necessarily. But Bun B said it. Travis not about to back down. He from Houston. Hold on. My instant went out. All right, here we go. He from Houston. So y'all tell me how this supposed to go. Y'all tell me how this supposed to go. That was Shannon Sharp's Nightcap. We're gonna talk about this. And the video before that I showed y'all came from, I just want to get the name right real quick before we get to talking. Popcast. Came from Popcast. Now, table set, right? We know what the situation is, right? How is it gonna play out? Oh, man. I don't like this matchup. How I feel about this battle, potential battle, is probably how I should have felt about the Kendrick versus Drake battle. I thought we was gonna get a good back and forth. Like, I expected like Kendrick to step on his neck, but Drake get to that point where like, all right, it's all or nothing. And then we get his best shots. We never got the best shots part to me from Drake. I still think he's capable of it. I still think he got it. I don't think he know how to tap into it. I don't think he had the right upbringing. If he had the cultural upbringing that some of us have had, to where at ages drastically earlier than any of us should have dealt with, we've dealt with some situations where our back was behind against the wall in a way that it should have never been. I mean, extremely early in life for a lot of us. After a while, that toughens your skin. You develop some resolve to yourself. You eventually get to a point where I don't want to say completely unfazed, but it's like it doesn't slow your momentum. think that's ultimately what failed Drake, though. Like, you got to have a certain type of something in you to really be coming at people, like, disrespectfully and not care after the fact. Pusha got that in spades. The Clips got that in spades. Oh man. First off, are we talking about Pusha versus? Yeah, that's a good question. Is it Pusha versus Travis, or Travis versus the Clips? We're having two different conversations now. Because if it's Pusha versus Travis, right? I feel like that's gonna get ugly really fast. Really fast. I mean, and hurtful. You remember going back to Kendrick Drake? You remember how a lot of us were feeling about like Euphoria, 616 in LA. Like, what's these warning shots? Let's get to it's blicky time. Let's go. Let's go. And I don't think Pusha T had, if anything, the Euphoria just happened. That song he just put out, so be it. That's the euphoria of this situation. I promise you it is. I don't when I look at Pusha, I don't see somebody in the mood to play. However, you look on the other side of the fence, Travis likes to play. He likes to play a lot. Pause. I don't feel like those two styles match up to handle each other. When you have, I think if you have somebody as serious as Pusha is, you need somebody equally as serious. So I'm hoping, in the interest of a better spar, so to speak, what we really want is Clips versus Travis, because then, for one, it forces Travis to find another participant, and that's the ace in the hole. Oh, no, let me take that back. Not the ace in the hole. That's the wild card. Depending on who that person is, who's suitable to sit in that seat. If you hypothetically, right? If you Drake, can you afford to be like, I still don't rock with Pusha. I'm all right, bet. I'm on his neck with you. I don't know, because I feel like that's creating a really messy dynamic. Because if he does that, and if Dot like, oh, you back active, and then Dot get on his neck, I don't know. We just watched a battle where it was too many participants, right? I don't want that to happen to this. I don't want that to happen to this, because if that happens, there's always a chance Joey's out there like, you back active on some new get back and forth type shit. That mean, yeah. See, that's a recipe for too many participants. But all in all, let's see what we gonna get. Bun is right though. If I know ifs and buts, it was yada yada yada. But if, hear me out. Bun is right. Today is Thursday. Could we get a Travis drop this weekend? Could Travis serious up enough? Can he serious up enough to focus up on Pusha? That's the question I'm asking myself right now. There's something to Travis. I mean, he got like 3 songs in his whole little catalog. I don't understand what he be saying. But some songs, some joints he got where you just get it carries a mood. And I'm big in music affecting your mood, how you feel, and all that. So, be it good or bad. Again, there's some songs that have you outside committing some crimes. And there's also some songs that have you at home wondering why pull-out game is still not working the way it's supposed to, and where all these babies come from. So, it's just the power of music. I don't know if Travis. Because I'm working through the thought of it with y'all right now. In my opinion, I don't think Travis knows how to serious up enough to compete with somebody like Pusha. I'm just saying. Plus, if Travis out here talking about he got footage of situations and whatnot that make a cat a little leery, like, yeah, I'm cool. He ain't really say too much. Everybody cry. Everybody cry. Hey man, this is gonna be interesting either way. I'm here for it. I had to make sure I started early this morning on purpose because I know I missed a lot. So I had to make a decision on what do I jump into getting everything restarted. I felt this topic was where the meat was at, so to speak. Because this is not over. This is just getting cracking. So stay tuned, man. We're gonna see how this go. We really about to see 2 opposite styles match up against each other, I think. From the play too much generation to the don't play with me generation. That's crazy. We gonna see. But I'm Oops Great. This was Kush Equilibrium. Like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Helps me keep the YouTube police outside while we inside, in here, smoking and chilling, talking our ish about this hip hop thing. I always appreciate y'all smoking y'all good herbs with me, man, because I smoke mine with you. This is really a smoke break talking about music. That's it. But let me get this chopped up and get this to y'all, man, because ain't no telling if and or when Travis gonna do anything or say anything, and I want to be ready for it. So let me get this to y'all. Appreciate you.